Hello juniors, my name is Will Rydell and this is my math project for Miss Campbell's end of the year thing. I will begin by explaining to you guys how to solve for an exponential problem with multiple exponents and unknown values for each exponent. The first thing you want to do is distribute outside exponents to the inside exponents. So in this case, this 1 is being distributed, well this negative 1 is being distributed to 3, 2, and m2. After distributing your variable, you should be left with a problem that looks something like this right here. After distributing the exponents, the only task left is putting all of the exponents over a value of 1. You achieve this by combining like terms like so. And that's how you solve for an exponent with multiple unknown variables and exponents. This is how to solve for a square root multiplied by an exponent. Although it may sound complicated, it's actually really easy. It's basically just redistributing the variables in a different order. You don't really have to do any actual math. My first example of this is square root of 2p to the power of 3. And basically all you're going to do is you're going to take this 2p out of the square root and put it into parentheses. So you just got 2p in parentheses. And then you're going to take this 3 right here and put a 1 over it. And you're left with 2p to the power of 1/3 right here. It's easy as that. Another example of this is square root of 7r to the power of 3 and then that's to the second. And basically what you do is you're going to put this 7r inside of parentheses, and then you're going to distribute this 2 to the top, but it's also going to become a negative during the distribution, and you're going to distribute this 3 to the bottom, and you're left with 7r to the power of -2/3. It's easy as that. And that's how you solve for a square root multiplied by an exponent. This is how you solve for a square root containing a large number. When solving for a square root problem with large numbers, you must first choose a common multiple to divide by and distribute it across the entire equation. So in this example, we have 80 equals 10 square root 2n plus 80. And basically that 10 is going to go underneath the 80 and go underneath the 2n plus 80. And it's going to change the equation into that right there. 8 equals square root of 2n plus 80. Then we can multiply this 2n plus 80 by its square root, and then we have to do the same thing to the 8, and you're left with something like 8 squared equals 2n plus 80 squared, and that simplifies to 64 equals 2n plus 80. For problems containing unknown variables and fractions of exponents, you basically just need to distribute it so that on one side you have the unknown variable, and on the other side you have just a jumble of exponents. So you take this 16r and you multiply it by 1/6, like is right there, and that was going to equal 2 to the 6th. And then you got to take the 16r and put it by like k to the 9th, and then r equals 4 somehow. Yeah, I don't know how to solve this. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. That's it for my math presentation. I hope you guys learned something. Sorry it took me so long to notice.
You're fine.